All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Christina Perez presiding. Please be seated. All parties have been sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you, Bernard. So, Mr. Reese, you, for a lack of better terms, work as a rent-a-date. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Tell me what that is, truly.
Well, I rent out myself as a date for women who cannot find dates. I charge a going rate of about $350 per date, and I take them out and we have a good time. There's nothing involved afterwards, though.
Nothing involved. So, how did you get to do that? How'd you find out about it?
I've been doing this since I was 18. You know, social networking is very popular for kids my age. You just go on the internet and we post on a website called Rent a Friend.
How often do you go out on these rent-a-dates? I mean,
at least weekly. This is my main job. This is my livelihood. This is how I make a living.
Really? Do you plan to do anything else in the future?
Maybe down the road when I get older, but right now this is what I'm looking to do.
So then you met Miss Hope, Regina, who inquired for your services.
Yeah.
Explain to me
we
what
met
you
online.
two had agreed on. Please, go ahead.
She emailed me first on the website saying that she liked how I looked. She wanted to, take me on a date to her company's ball.
Okay.
Like I said, it was $350. We agreed upon that. And
that's how much you charge for the night or per hour?
That's what I charge for the night. It's up to 4 hours for the night, and then after that I charge extra.
Okay.
Anything after 4 hours is extra. So.
Okay, how much extra is it?
It's $25 now.
Okay, and what do you normally, what's your normal standard procedure? How do you charge? How do you bill? What is expected from the person who's renting you?
Well, I always receive my money up front.
Okay,
I never receive the money afterwards unless there's some very strong circumstances.
Okay, so what happened, Ms. Hope?
Well, I've been going to this ball for about 3 years, and I haven't taken a date before. I've always gone by myself, and we get dressed out in gowns, and
so it was a very black tie. Did you wear a tuxedo?
Yes, of course. I wore exactly what she had asked of me.
Okay, so you asked him to wear a tuxedo? So then tell me how the date went. He picked you up?
He picked me up, and we went, but then we had to stop off and get gas. He didn't have any gas in his car, and we made an arrangement that I would pay after the fact, after the date was done with. And
is that true? Did you make that arrangement?
Yes. When I got there, she started laying on this story about how she's never had a date for this. And I said, I always get my money up front.
Yeah, of
because
course.
you don't know what's going to happen on a date.
Exactly.
Things can go anywhere.
So why did you make an exception for
I made the exception because I truly felt bad for her. And I'm a professional. I try to make these women feel good when we go out on the dates because I don't know what their self-esteem is. They could have a low self-esteem of themselves. I feel like I'm a fairly attractive person. I make them look good. I'm going to go all out for them.
That's your business.
I need my money up front.
There was no
I made
stipulation of when the fee was supposed to be paid.
And coming up.
What are you supposed to do on this date? You're just supposed to dance with her, go out to dinner, whatever.
I show her the best time possible.
Okay.
There's no kissing, no touching. We might dance.
Okay.
We might drink. I never drink alcohol because I need to stay sober because I don't need my thoughts getting clouded with things happening afterwards. I don't provide those kinds of services.
Got it. Okay, so he was very clear on his rules?
The rules at the time were not like that. He's saying that now, but that's not what was stipulated when we were talking about the agreement. Like I say,
okay,
he was supposed to pick me up. I'm not supposed to pay for gas in his car.
How much was gas?
The gas was $50.
$50?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What happened during the date?
During the date, it was going okay at first. We had something to eat. We were mingling. He was by my side. Everything was fine. And I did have a couple of drinks, a couple of champagnes.
Did he make you look special?
He did.
Did
he
people
did a very
say,
good job.
look at Regina, wow, she's with a younger man. Did you feel special?
Absolutely, absolutely. Until it came to a point where we were sitting down and he got up to go to the bar area to go get me a drink. And
how many glasses of champagne did you say you had?
I had 2.
10.
2?
I had 2.
How many did she have?
She had way more than 2. She was
It was
belligerently,
limited bar.
clearly drunk by then.
Okay.
It was a limited bar, thank you, and it was a
Limited bar,
ball.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay, so then you say she got drunk, and what happened?
She was getting drunk. She starts kissing on my neck and coming on to me. Like I said, those are not services I provide. We only go on a date. I don't do anything after that.
I believe you.
She's kissing on my neck, and I had to tell her to cool it off. We stepped outside. I said, please settle down. We're in front of all your friends, your coworkers. I want to make you look good.
That is not true.
I go back inside,
Anything to
and
cool
about
down.
10 or 15 minutes passes. She starts kissing on my neck again. So I get up and walk away because I needed to cool off. During that time is when I ran into my friend. We were talking.
Okay, and then
were
what
talking.
happens? You're talking to your buddy.
She storms up and starts yelling at me, telling me, you're my
That's
date.
not true.
We're going out. I couldn't even believe it. This girl was my friend from high school. I'm embarrassed now for myself, not only for myself, but for her, because this is probably your coworker.
What did you say to him when he was talking?
I walked over to him and I said, are you bringing the drink over, or do I need to get it myself? And he said, well, obviously I would bring it to you. And I said, well, you make your dates wait 20, 30 minutes while you're talking to another girl before you bring your drinks over? I'm paying you for a service here. I told him that I need to leave. I said, would you take me home, please? I'm done with the night. And he said, well, I'll be there shortly. And I said, okay. So I walked outside. I called him when I was outside. It'd been about 15, 20 minutes. He didn't answer his phone, no call back. So I got a taxi and I left.
I was talking to my friend. She comes storming up, causing a scene, acting like I'm being a crazy person. And she's yelling out how she paid for me.
Okay, so then why didn't you take her home?
I went outside. She was already gone.
Did you call her the next day?
I called her right away the next morning. First off, to make sure that she had made it home safely.
Okay.
And next
Do you
off,
get a
to
phone
see
call?
where my payment was.
Okay.
I got a phone call asking where his money was. And I said, well, you never took me home. You left me waiting outside for 20, 30 minutes until you said goodbye to your friend that you said you weren't coming on to in front of me.
I never had the chance to take you home.
He's
She was
talking
my
about me like I'm
girlfriend.
some hooker and he's all dressed like a pimp. I mean, you know, really.
I mean, you rented him.
Exactly. I rented him
Yeah,
for
so
his
you'd
services.
be the pimp in this
for
situation. You were
services.
treating me like a hooker.
Judge Perez.
You rented him for the image that you thought he would make you feel bad.
Correct.
That was your mistake, number one. You never let him finish the date. So you need to pay him for the $3.50 an hour, but we're going to minus the gas because the gas wasn't in any of the deal. Get it? So therefore, you will pay him $300 for the date that you yourself ruined. And it was an easy date. You didn't even have to ruin it.
Would have been a great time.
It was a no-brainer. You hired a complete stranger to make you feel good. There's something wrong with that.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $300.